Night of the Lepus is a one of those cheesy 70s science fiction movies. I want to check it out because it's apparently one of those so bad it's good type of movies. However, this movie is quite something to behold. It's something that needs to be viewed with your own eyes because it just... Okay, first I did some digging. First off, this movie is based off of a book, so it's not like some guy sat down and wrote like giant killer rabbits and just went with it. It's actually based off of a book, and essentially the plot is there's this rancher and he's afraid of all these rabbits that have been breeding. He's got an infestation, and the only way to kill all the rabbits is to use cyanide on the land, but it'll kill any living thing that tries to eat on it, and it'll make the land barren. So he's worried about that. So he's got a friend who recommends someone, a husband and wife team of animal scientists. They like study animals, they help things, they tamper with like the ecological order, essentially. I don't know the name of the main actor, but the wife is played by Janet Leigh. And I think this movie came out a few years after Psycho. This is one of her phone-it-in movies because I didn't even realize it was her. Like I saw her on the DVD cover, but like the name, but it's like she sleepwalks through this movie. Anything, if you've seen Psycho, it's a pretty solid performance. But this movie is just like, she's just there for the paycheck and the free food on set because, okay, the acting in this movie is just so wooden and monotone and boring. The movie plays it straight, right? I mean, it's supposed to be like a disaster. Okay, I gotta go back in the plot because I got sidetracked. Essentially, this husband and wife animal scientist team need to inject some sample rabbits with this special hormone changer that makes them not want to breed. That way, when mating season comes, they won't want to breed, and the farmer or the rancher or whatever won't have to deal with the infestation. However, their young daughter switches out a rabbit and then says, "Hey, you said you would let me keep one, Mom and Dad." So they let her keep one. And then the neighborhood boy like pushes the rabbit out of her hand or something, and it runs away and starts breeding with all the other rabbits. And then all the rabbits start to grow really big as like a car, essentially. However, this movie has no like production value or budget in terms of the monster rabbits. So what they do is they built sets that are tiny and put rabbits on the sets and had them run. And in order to make them somehow seem more menacing, they slowed down the footage, but the movie or the people behind this movie just didn't care that 40% of their monster footage is just rabbits running around in slow motion. And the first scene where the little girl, the daughter of the scientist team, finds the rabbits eating a guy, they just cut to like a dead body on the floor of a cave and her screaming over and over, and then a rabbit with like tomato soup on its mouth, like something that doesn't even look like blood. I don't want to say it in case you guys don't want to watch it, but they just cut to rabbits eating soup over and over. And sometimes it's not even consistent because sometimes they'll cut to a rabbit that looks like it has like actual like gore on its mouth, like better looking blood and guts to make it look carnivorous. However, in other scenes it'll look like, you know, just like tomato soup on a rabbit's face. And the first couple rabbits they find are only the size of wolves, and in like a burrow that's built into a mine or something. And there's this scene where a rabbit jumps on a guy and is about to kill him, and the other one like uses the butt of his rifle to like bat it away, but they put like a piece of glass over the real life rabbit, and it has like stickers or something on the glass, so you can tell that it's glass. And then obviously in real life, someone took like a prop of a rifle and smacked the glass, and the rabbit went away because it got scared. They used that in the movie because they couldn't afford anything better. Like, so the movie is only entertaining when there's rabbit action, and that's only about 40% of the movie. The rest of the movie is literally just people talking about like, we have to contain the rabbits, or, you know, we have to call Jim over from the sheriff's office because we need to do the rabbits. And then they'll just cut to like dead bodies covered in like red syrup, and the rabbits are like supposed to be like super scary, but they just keep showing slow motion footage repeatedly over and over, because they don't have any production value. And once in a while they'll throw in like a rabbit, like stuffed rabbit, like thrown at a mannequin because, you know, it's attacking a woman. Or it'll just be like an actor wearing the paws, like slapping like the chest of an actor while red like stuff is gushing everywhere. The most cheesy, awful death scenes. However, this movie isn't that entertaining. As a so bad it's good cinematic atrocity, it's only entertaining about, you know, for half an hour, and the movie's an hour and a half. So unlike other so bad it's good movies, it's just not up there. It's worth a viewing if like you're really bored and you want to see just something ridiculously cheap. Like cheap to the point of just like there was an actual real life movie crew filming this and thinking this was good, you know, like thinking this was okay, you know, like we don't have the budget for, you know, realistic rabbit monsters, so we'll just throw like a stuffed rabbit at someone's head and that'll be enough. And we'll just build a little farmhouse and just have rabbits run across the farmhouse to make it look like they're the size of cars and there's like 30 of them. And who else is in this? Oh yeah, DeForest Kelley is in this movie. You might know him as Dr. Bones from the original Star Trek show. This is not his finest hour either. I don't know if this was like a paycheck type of thing, you know. The fact that the movie is called Night of the Lepus, I mean, maybe he didn't get to read the script before he got to be in the movie, but he plays like, I don't know what he is in this movie. He's like a professor or something. He knows like the rancher and he knows the animal scientist people, but he also is probably, there's a dark mark in his career for sure. Especially Janet Leigh too. I mean, it's like not their finest hour, but this movie is definitely like really cheap looking. However, it's not the greatest entertaining movie. As a cinematic atrocity and so bad it's a good movie, I only awarded a 3 out of 10 because it's not that funny.